Hey, got a quick word for somebody today. I was recently at Gap Sanders conference with Pastor Todd. It was an amazing conference, and I remember I was there, and it was Friday night, and the word was going forth, and the Lord dropped in my heart. He said, "Do you remember where you were a year ago?" And I was like, "Okay, what?" And He reminded me on May the 7th at 7:15 p.m. 2023. He was like, "You were here, and this is what happened." He took me to a picture, and He dropped me right back in that moment where I had caught a vision. It was a God vision of what God wanted to do, not for me, but it was for someone else. And when you can partner with God, not for what you want, not when it's about you, not for the fanfare, but what He desires to do in the earth, even for, through, and with another, I'm telling you, you are a friend of God. And so He's that vision that He had given me, and I remember I was so moved by what the Lord has shown me. And He was like, and here you are a year later, and you are in the same place where you received that from me, and you are about to experience, witness my glory being revealed in the life of those. And I'm telling you, God is looking for those. It says this in Ezekiel chapter number 22, verse number 30. In the Message, "I look for someone to stand up for me against all this, to repair the defenses of the city, to take a stand for me and stand in the gap to protect this land so I wouldn't have to destroy it." God is looking for those who will just stand in the gap, who will help repair the head, not looking for fanfare or, anything like that, but for God's will to be done. And I believe that He is going to bless so many of you who say, "I got the gap. I'll make up the hedge." It was January this year, 22nd. Well, actually, it was on the 20th, and then repeated on the 22nd. There was an opportunity. There was a clarion call that went out for prayer. And immediately, I'm like, oh, of course, I'll pray regarding those measures. And, we think that we're just going to gravitate to, our typical prayer time and our convenient time of prayer. And God said, who will dare to be inconvenienced? He said, I want you to look for the gaps. Anywhere there isn't a person, I want. And I believe, God, that He is looking for those of you who will be a bridge in this generation. He is looking for those of us who will be like, no more missing links, no more broken links. I will make up the difference. I will make up the hedge. And for you, I believe that He is going to move for. You are about to experience the fulfillment of those things. Hallelujah. As promised you of the Lord, not just for you, because this is more than just for you, and it's bigger than you. But with that, God is not going to forget you. I was also in Psalms chapter number 25. It says this in verse number 12 through 14. My question: what are God worshipers like? Your answers: arrows aimed at God's bullseye. Will you allow yourself to be an arrow in prayer? Will you allow God to shoot you out like an arrow, to hit that bullseye, not just for you, but for those that He is desiring to do a work through and for in this hour? It says they settle down in a promising place. When you do that and you allow, you will be settled down in a promising place. Your kids will inherit a prosperous farm. They will inherit. This inheritance is going to be bigger than you. It's more than just for you. We decree it to be so. God friendship is for God worshipers. They are the ones that He confides in. And I just decree this over your life, that God will cause others even to remember you and to look out for you. You all, I could not plan this, but I was doing a live, and here comes my good friend, and she is walking over here. Let me tell you, this is what God is going to do for His friends. He's going to cause others to remember you. Look at this.
I was putting it on your
Look
porch.
at this. God expect that God is going to cause people to remember you as you remember your assignment. Love you.
Love you.
Mwah.
Enjoy.
You all. What a beautiful surprise. I believe that this is a season where God is going to cause you to be remembered. For those of you who have been standing in the gap for so many, Isaiah 62:6, it says, I have set watchmen on your walls, O Jerusalem, reminding God day and night to remember until I make you a city of praise, until I make you a citadel. And I believe that there are those of you who have been reminding God to remember, that He's going to cause others to remember you in this season, because God has not forgotten you. Watch Him work. Don't forget to like and subscribe.